Was this the most magical wedding ever? Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas had a wedding so grand it felt like a dream come true. It was a royal celebration filled with love, luxury, and breathtaking moments. From designer outfits to a palace venue, every detail was planned to perfection. Their wedding blended two beautiful cultures, making it even more special. But how much did it all cost? The couple reportedly spent around $800,000, making it one of the most expensive celebrity weddings ever. In today's video, we'll take a closer look at all the details that made this wedding so unforgettable. Stay until the end. The final reception had surprise guests that made headlines worldwide. A royal venue fit for a fairy tale. Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas wanted a wedding that felt like a dream, and they found the perfect place for it. Umaid Bhawan Palace in Jodhpur, India. This palace is one of the most beautiful and expensive wedding venues in the world. With its golden sandstone walls, massive gardens, and breathtaking views, it looked like a royal castle. As soon as the guests arrived, they felt like they had stepped into a magical world. The palace was completely booked for the couple and their guests, making it a private and grand celebration. Every corner was decorated with fresh flowers, glowing lights, and traditional Indian designs. The air smelled of roses and jasmine, filling hearts with joy. The guests were treated like royalty, and every small detail made it clear that this was no ordinary wedding. It was something truly magical. Two weddings, twice the magic. Priyanka and Nick honored both their cultures by having two beautiful wedding ceremonies, a Christian wedding and a traditional Hindu wedding. The Christian wedding was held in the palace's gardens, with Priyanka wearing a stunning white gown and Nick dressed in a sharp tuxedo. The moment she walked down the aisle, every eye was on her, and even Nick couldn't hide his emotions. It was a simple, heartfelt ceremony where they exchanged vows and sealed their love with a tender kiss. The next day, they had a grand Hindu wedding filled with bright colors, sacred rituals, and joyful music. Priyanka wore a deep red bridal lehenga, shimmering under the golden sun, while Nick embraced Indian traditions by wearing a sherwani and a turban. The mix of two cultures made their wedding extra special, proving that love has no boundaries. Priyanka's jaw-dropping bridal outfits. Priyanka's wedding outfits were nothing short of breathtaking. For the Christian wedding, she wore a custom-made Ralph Lauren gown with a 75-foot-long veil, one of the longest in wedding history. As she walked, the veil flowed behind her like a river of dreams. The dress was hand-stitched with special details, including Nick's name and their wedding date. It was a symbol of love woven into every thread. For the Hindu wedding, she wore a stunning red lehenga designed by Sabyasachi Mukherjee, one of India's top designers. The dress took 3,720 hours to make and had detailed embroidery with real gold thread. Every bead, every stitch told a story of tradition and elegance. Each outfit Priyanka wore during the celebrations was not just beautiful, it was a masterpiece that left everyone speechless. A guest list full of superstars. This wedding was filled with some of the biggest names in Bollywood and Hollywood. Celebrities like Deepika Padukone, Parineeti Chopra, and Joe Jonas attended the grand celebrations. Nick's family, including his brothers Kevin and Joe Jonas, played important roles in the wedding. The guest list looked like something out of a glamorous movie premiere. Many famous singers, actors, and business people from around the world gathered to witness this once-in-a-lifetime event. Each guest was treated like royalty, with luxurious hotel stays, grand feasts, and exclusive gifts. The air was filled with laughter, music, and endless celebrations. The wedding was not just a family event. It was a global celebration of love that brought together two different cultures in the most beautiful way. A feast like no other. The food at the wedding was just as grand as the celebrations. Guests enjoyed a mix of Indian, American, and international dishes. The menu had everything from delicious biryanis, kebabs, and curries to fresh seafood, sushi, and gourmet desserts. The aroma of spices and freshly baked bread filled the air, making everyone hungry for more. The couple made sure that every dish was prepared by top chefs using the best ingredients. There were also live cooking stations where guests could customize their meals, making the experience even more special. The wedding cake was a massive 6-tier masterpiece decorated with white and gold flowers, looking almost too perfect to eat. Every bite of food was filled with flavor and love, making the celebration even more unforgettable. Fireworks that lit up the sky. After the Hindu wedding, something magical happened. The night sky over Jodhpur suddenly lit up with fireworks, making the whole city shine. Bright colors filled the air, creating a scene that looked like a dream. Guests stopped talking, their eyes wide with wonder. Some held their breath, others cheered, and everyone felt the happiness in the air. Priyanka and Nick stood together holding hands, their faces glowing in the golden light. At that moment, it felt like the sky was celebrating their love. The fireworks were not just for fun, they were a symbol of their bright future. The beauty of that night will stay in everyone's hearts forever. It was a moment no one wanted to end, but the magic stayed in the air even after the last spark faded. Grand wedding gifts. This wedding was full of love, and the gifts were just as special. Priyanka received a diamond necklace so shiny that it sparkled like the stars. Nick surprised her with a brand new Mercedes Maybach, a car that looked like pure luxury. But the surprises didn't stop there. Their guests also got amazing gifts: beautiful jewelry, fancy perfumes, and soft embroidered shawls. Some people even gifted rare paintings and expensive antiques. Every present was chosen with care, making sure the couple felt special. But in the end, the biggest gift was not something bought with money. It was the love and blessings they received from family and friends. Each gift was a memory, a piece of love wrapped in something precious, making the couple feel truly cherished. The wedding that broke records. Priyanka and Nick's wedding was not just big, it was one of the grandest weddings ever. The total cost was more than $800,000, which is more than what some people spend in a lifetime. Just staying at the Umaid Bhawan Palace cost them $60,000 per night. The beautiful wedding dresses, the fancy food, and the grand decorations made everything look straight out of a fairy tale. But the real surprise came after the wedding. Their pictures went viral and millions of people searched for their wedding online. Fans could not stop talking about how perfect everything looked. It was not just a wedding, it was a moment in history. The love they shared, the magic of the event, and the way it touched so many hearts made it unforgettable for the whole world. A love story celebrated in style. This wedding was more than just a celebration. It was a story of love. Priyanka and Nick wanted every moment to be special. They didn't just plan a fancy wedding, they planned a wedding that showed how much they loved and respected each other. They spoke heartfelt vows, followed both Indian and Western traditions, and made sure every guest felt important. People laughed, cried happy tears, and hugged each other tightly. Even with all the glamour, the most beautiful thing was the way Priyanka and Nick looked at each other with pure love. Their wedding was grand, but their love was even bigger. It was a day filled with emotions, a day where every heart felt the warmth of true love, shining brighter than anything else. The grand reception that ended it. All after the wedding, the celebrations continued with grand receptions, and the biggest one was in Mumbai. Priyanka looked stunning in a sparkling dress, and Nick looked proud and happy beside her. The event was filled with famous people, Bollywood stars, business tycoons, and political leaders, all coming together to celebrate their love. Music played, people danced, and laughter filled the room. Everyone enjoyed delicious food and shared stories of the amazing wedding. As the night came to an end, Priyanka and Nick held each other close, knowing this was the start of their new life. The wedding was over, but their love story was just beginning. Even as the lights dimmed and guests left, the joy of the night stayed in their hearts, reminding them that love is the most beautiful celebration of all. Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas's wedding was a true fairy tale, filled with love, tradition, and unmatched luxury. From a royal palace to designer dresses and jaw-dropping celebrations, every detail was planned to perfection. This $800,000 wedding was more than just an event. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that blended two cultures in the most beautiful way. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share it with friends who love grand weddings. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting celebrity stories and luxury wedding insights. More amazing videos are coming soon, and you won't want to miss them.